Hey everybody, I'm Christy Newman, and this is a horse I'm working with in hand. Her name is Callie. She is a Knabstrupper. I never know if I'm pronouncing that right. Well, she's not. She's been approved into the breeding book for the Knabstrupper. She's part Gelderlander. She is an incredible mover. She got a 9 at her inspection out of 10. She's an amazing mare. She has never worked in hand with me. This is our very first session after learning and working with the Art to Ride program. This is my first session with her after working with my own horses. She is a little confused at the moment. She's like, why are you walking near me? I don't understand. So she's just trying to figure this out. She's very, very smart. She, in the past, used to curl up and break over at the third and fourth vertebrae, which is common for some horses. And she has an incredible amount of power from those hind legs of hers. So for a long time, she didn't know what to do with all that energy that she was creating from the hind legs. And so we're going to see with the in-hand work today if we can get her to reach down, start breathing a bit more, and let go in that back of hers. Once she gets rid of that kink in her back and starts using that core, I think we're going to see a pretty incredible horse. There she goes. She's starting to think, oh, this is interesting. Maybe I can put my head down. There she goes. She's breathing a bit more. She's going, oh, interesting. Okay. And you'll see now as she starts to realize what I'm asking, the walk is starting to open up as well. I suspect, though, the walk was just short because she was like, why are you following me so close? So now she's cluing in what I'm doing. I don't work with her this closely ever. She's at our farm and she works, and you know, I talk to her owners, and but we've never, you know, I lead her in and out from the paddock, but that's about it. So we're just sort of getting to know each other is probably the best way to say it here. So there she's poking her nose out, which is amazing. So her go-to for a long time was to curl up behind the vertical, not take a contact, and just curl up that neck of hers, and then just push from the hind legs, and she would lose her balance a lot. Because the push, like I said, is so huge from those hind legs of hers. The power was crazy, and she just didn't know what to do with it. And I suspect because she didn't know to use her core, she had troubles staying in balance. And the forward, sometimes I think we mistake forward. It's actually running to catch their balance. It's like when you're walking along and you trip on something, you run to catch your balance. The horses do the same thing. They look like they're going forward, but they're not really. They're actually just running, trying to hold themselves up. And so until somebody, either, you know, if you're wearing a backpack, someone grabs your backpack when you're tripping and pulls you back up and says, whoa, hold yourself up, or you can get your core muscles to stop you and pull up and get upright again, you're going to be continuing to run to catch your balance until you trip, which is never fun. So the horses, again, are the exact same. So we're trying to encourage her to get reaching, to get that. Yeah, there. That's a little bit better. We're getting there. It takes confidence. I mean, we talk about confidence in jumping, and the horses and riders need to gain confidence, you know, to jump fences. But there's a lot of confidence involved with dressage, you know, flat work, teaching them that they have 4 legs, not just the front 2, not just a neck and a head. I think I describe it to students as like I'm left-handed, I know I have a right hand, but like I can't really use it very well. Like if you made me start writing with my right hand, it's not going to be great. I don't use it if I don't have to for writing. So the horses are the same. They have these hind legs, and they don't really know how to use them necessarily. They know they're there. They come along with the body, but we have to teach them how to actually use those hind legs. And using the core is part of it. I see it in my head a little bit like if anybody's seen the movie Toy Story, and there's the Slinky dog in Toy Story. There's a front end and the back end of the wiener dog, and the middle section is all Slinky. And we have to get that Slinky to lift up and actually use their core muscles between the front end and the back end of the horse. So here she's totally confused. What do you mean go right? I just went left. So she's figuring this out. And patience, right? You have to be super patient with them so she can understand. You can see her ears are back listening to me. She's not grumpy. She's not upset, but she's like, I do not know what on earth you want. Now we're starting to go. Yeah, it's a bit better. So right now I'm just trying to get her walking, breathing, and understanding that, it's all super cool. And yeah, there we go. So she's starting to move her neck, which is step one. When they're stuck in their neck and stressed out, it's like when we bring our shoulders up towards our ears and we're stuck there. It's the same when their neck isn't moving. It's like stuck, and it's coming from the back, and it's their whole body, and it's the kink. I mean, there's several different ways that they get kinked up. That's one of them. So she starts to move her neck. She's starting to breathe. Now her neck is starting to come down. She's like, oh, okay, this is cool. I've got this. This is actually really super easy. And like I said, this is her very first time doing any of this in hand. And so it's kind of cool to be able to see a horse right from the first day in hand. Like I said, she has been ridden for a long time. She's been doing different types of things, but now we're coming around to this type of training because we all feel that you have to fill in the knowledge in grades, 1, 2, 3, 4, up through primary school. We have to fill in that knowledge for the horses as well as the strength before they can move into high school and then move on to university. So we're going back with all of our horses actually at the farm, and now with the Art to Ride program, and just reestablishing like where are we at with each of the horses. And it's been really, really cool because they're all kind of different, and we have a lot of horses that have come from different sort of situations, and it's been really interesting. So here she's starting to really, there she goes. She's starting to really get it. Her ears are out to the side, so she's super chilled out. She's like, oh, this is like actually kind of cool and fun and relaxing because of those endorphins that start being released as she's allowed to reach down. And that neck is moving. You see the shoulder, there. And then everything starts to roll. So the more she does this, the more she stretches even more, the better she's going to feel. Let's be honest. We all feel better when we start to do yoga, even though we maybe don't know we need to do yoga. So that was awesome first session. So I like to bribe them, of course. So she's going to get bribed. And now we're going to hop on.